And we've got a fun-filled show planned, so let's start with our first live guest.
Firefighters and environmental advocates are teaming up today to host a film screening and panel discussion on forever chemicals in North Carolina.
Burned, Protecting the Protectors will air at the Greensboro History Museum today at 6:30. The event is free and to attend and open to the public.
So here with more is Vincent Messina, the Secretary for the Professional Firefighters of Greensboro. Good morning, and thank you so much for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you guys for having me on.
First, just explain to our viewers what forever chemicals are and how you all are exposed to them in the fire service.
Sure. So forever chemicals are a class of synthetic chemicals that were created actually back in the 30s and really became into use in the 1950s. And we see them in a lot of products. And they're called forever chemicals because they really don't degrade and they don't break down. So as they've been created and as they've been added to different products, we're finding them all over the world and in human bodies and everywhere. So they pretty much contaminate everything that they touch. Okay. And so with these chemicals, we're finding, again, that they're in a ton of products, but as far as exposures to firefighters, we're finding that, we're exposed to these chemicals and toxins during firefighting operations, during our training operations. And more recently, we've discovered that there is just incredibly high and unnecessary levels of PFAS and these forever chemicals inside of the gear that we wear to protect us. Wow. So our bunker gear is just laden with these products, and that's leading to some really adverse health effects, cancer, thyroid issues, reproductive issues, just a host of things that we're finding out that are really terrible for us.
As if that line of work wasn't dangerous
Right.
enough, you add this extra element to it. So Vincent, talk about tonight's event. Obviously, you're trying to raise awareness with this film and the discussion afterwards.
Sure. So the film was actually produced by Mark Ruffalo. It's a very short film. It's about 30 minutes, and it follows a lady by the name of Diane Cotter. She's the wife of a Worcester, Massachusetts firefighter who was diagnosed with cancer. After his diagnosis, they began to dig in, and she really started to follow up on the number of firefighters that we were seeing across North America with just these really high numbers of cancer diagnoses. So she began digging in, began finding this link to our gear. And basically the film follows her through this process and kind of a journey of finding out that these corporations and these manufacturers were creating the gear. And what we were told over the years was our exposure to smoke or exposure to these other things, other toxins. We were finding out that most of our exposure was actually coming from the gear that was manufactured, and we were told that was there to protect us. So the film, again, is about 30 minutes, where there's a panel discussion following, which will include myself, Hall River Assembly, an expert from Hall River Assembly, an expert from NC State. And basically, we're trying to put together a holistic view, a worldly view of this PFAS and the issues that it's causing to everyone, groundwater contamination, but also more specifically to firefighters, and with the goal of really bolstering our efforts to have some stronger benefits to protect us as we move through our careers.
And you were saying that this film originally was based around a person who was in the Massachusetts area. Why do you feel it's so important to be raising awareness around these issues, not just there, but here, especially in the Triad?
Sure. Well, across North America, our cancer rates in the fire service are far above and beyond the general public. And specifically here in Greensboro, we've unfortunately buried a number of firefighters over the last several years. My brother was a firefighter, and he died in 2023 of brain cancer, occupational cancer. I was just in Colorado Springs with another firefighter from Greensboro. We were both there. I was there for my brother. He was there respectively for his father, who was a Greensboro firefighter. Both of them were added to a memorial wall for occupational cancer. And 2/3 of firefighter line of duty deaths are due to cancer. not trauma, not burns, not, all the things that we historically think of firefighters dying from. They have long, slow, painful deaths due to cancer and due to exposures from a lot of things from our gear and the other things we're exposed to.
Vincent, thank you so much for raising awareness around such an important topic, not discussed enough. And everyone at home, if you'd like to go to today's event to learn more, that starts at 6:30 this evening at the Greensboro History Museum on Summit Avenue. And you can learn more at greensborofirefighters.org. This event is free to attend, by the way.